She'd shelled out for first class, but they insisted she didn't fit in. What unfolded next left the airline reeling. "Ma'am, I'll need your ticket again," the gate agent barked. Vanessa, 28, paused mid-text. She'd been messaging her assistant about her Seattle hotel when his voice sliced through. It wasn't the words, it was the tone, sharp, dismissive, like she'd wandered into a space she shouldn't have. Without hesitation, she flashed a tight smile and handed over her boarding pass, unruffled but alert. "Here you go," Vanessa said, her voice smooth. The agent lingered on it too long. "ID too?" She arched a brow but dug into her bag. "Sure." It was a quiet afternoon at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. The first-class line was sparse. A suited woman ahead, a guy in flip-flops behind juggling a latte and a laptop. Everything had been seamless. TSA pre-check, no luggage, a window seat booked for her big presentation tomorrow. Still, the agent's eyes narrowed as he studied her. Vanessa didn't sweat pitches, not even to Silicon Valley bigwigs she'd charmed before. But this one, a deal with a green energy startup, could launch her firm worldwide. The agent, clutching her ID and pass, sized her up. Not a warm look, but a cold, calculating one. "You sure you're in the right line, ma'am?" he pressed. She blinked, then let out a soft chuckle, disbelief flickering. "Excuse me," she said, not sorry at all. "This is first-class priority boarding." He doubled down. "Just checkin'." His eyes flicked to his screen, then back to her. "Hang on a sec." Before she could push back, the flip-flop guy leaned in. "Boarding started?" The agent's demeanor flipped, bright, eager. "Yes, sir, go right ahead." No ID check, no pause, just a wave through. Vanessa's jaw tightened as he strolled past. She glanced at the screen. Same flight, same row. She knew what this was, even if she didn't want to admit it. The agent muttered, "There's a seat mix-up. Step aside, please." Her voice stayed steady. "That's not a mix-up. That's my seat, and he just took it." The agent shot her a look, like she was the issue now. "Ma'am, please move so we can keep boarding." She stepped aside, not because he was right, but because she knew how quickly this could spiral for a black woman who didn't budge. Phone in hand, she exhaled slowly, the kind of breath she'd mastered after years of being questioned, dismissed, tested. She'd breathed like this before. In a Chicago office when a VP cut her off to quiz her credentials, or at a gala in New York when a guest assumed she was staff. Same breath, different day. But today, she was done swallowing it. "Can I speak to a supervisor?" she asked, grip tightening on her phone, her shield now. The agent, badge reading Tom, sighed like she'd asked for a miracle. "I've told you, ma'am, there's nothing I can do." She didn't flinch. "I want your supervisor." A woman appeared from behind the desk, mid-20s, blonde ponytail, weary eyes. Name tag, Lisa. She offered a hollow smile. "Hi, I hear there's an issue with your seat?" Vanessa nodded. "No issue, just a mistake. I paid for 2B, confirmed it at check-in, showed my ID. Someone else just got it, no questions asked." Lisa tapped at the monitor, frowning slightly. "I see your name here, but it's been reassigned. System glitch, maybe?" Vanessa's tone hardened. "Without telling me?" Lisa hesitated. Vanessa pressed. "That guy walked through. No ID, no hassle. I was right here." Lisa started. "I get that you're upset." "No, you don't," Vanessa cut in, calm but firm. "You get how to avoid a fuss. That's not the same." Lisa's smile faded, hands clasping the counter. "We've got no first-class seats left. I can offer premium economy and a voucher." Vanessa's laugh was sharp, brief. "A voucher? For what?" Tom busied himself elsewhere, avoiding her gaze. "For the trouble. Lisa said. Vanessa tilted her head. Trouble? You just told a black woman in front of everyone she doesn't belong where she paid to be, gave her seat away, and now you're tossing me a coupon like I'm haggling at a flea market. Lisa went quiet. The lounge hushed. Eyes darted her way, some curious, some judging. A woman nearby whispered to her husband. Vanessa felt the weight of it all, thumb brushing her phone, debating her next move. She turned slightly, dialed. Vanessa? A steady voice answered. Kieran, she replied. Check our contracts with Horizon Group. Are they still compliant? A beat. The airline? Kieran asked. Yeah, pull the audits. Call an emergency meeting with compliance heads. Within the hour. Another pause. Got it. She hung up, facing Lisa and Tom with new steel in her stance. I'll wait here while you sort this out. I'm not leaving. A young black woman nearby slipped her a water bottle with a quiet nod. Vanessa murmured, thanks, and sat, bag at her feet, legs crossed. The plane left without her. No word, no update. From the lounge, she watched it roll down the runway, her seat, 2B, now someone else's. She didn't fume or weep. She opened her laptop. Soon, a Zoom window popped up. Kieran, her legal ace, Nadia, ops lead, and Eli, tech guru. They took my seat, no notice, no reason. Questioned if I belonged, twice, she said. Nadia's eyes narrowed. Again? Again, Vanessa echoed flat. Kieran leaned in. This Horizon Group? We flagged them last year for staff bias issues. She nodded. They own Blue Peak Airlines. We signed their DEI deal 2 months back. Audit set for next year. Eli grinned. Move it up? She paused, scanning the lounge. Plush seats, free snacks, tense air. Her chest tightened. She'd always grinned through slights, kept cool, kept moving. Not today. Yes, she said. Start tonight. Kieran, prep a legal rundown, too. Every public contract policy, check it, she added. Kieran nodded. On it. They wanted our stamp on their diversity PR. They'll get the full package. The call ended. Vanessa sat alone, thinking of her dad, who juggled night shifts to fund her degree. Her first gig where she was pegged as a temp. The client who marveled, "You're so polished." She'd smiled then, let it slide. Not now. She texted her assistant. Cancel the hotel. Shift the meeting to Zoom. This was bigger. A pilot strode by, oblivious. So did a bickering couple and a dozing retiree. They'd know her soon. Via their compliance access, her team dug into Blue Peak's records, finding 17 bias complaints at gates in the last year, 5 echoing her ordeal. Are you sure this is your spot? Kieran wrote the brief. Nadia compiled proof. By dawn, a package hit Horizon's compliance desk. No note, just facts. Silence would have been their victory, not hers. Phones buzzed in Horizon's Atlanta, Denver, and Portland offices by noon. Subject: Initial audit results, urgent review needed. Inside, a crisp list of gate bias cases, ignored HR files and grainy footage. Damning, undeniable. No feelings, just data. Investors twitched. Vanessa didn't care about tears or tantrums. She cared about accountability. Back at her firm's hub in Portland, she sat, sleeves up, in her sleek meeting room. Nadia burst in, iPad glowing. They're calling. Horizon's COO wants an urgent talk. Vanessa smirked. Of course he does, she exhaled. Set it for tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific, no earlier. Nadia grinned. Sure? Dead sure. She'd waited her whole life, politely. Now they could. That night, Horizon's PR crew huddled, crafting deflections. Legal debated miscommunication, please. One rep chirped, offer her a free trip, she'll feel validated. Wrong. Vanessa didn't want perks, she wanted impact. Her team pressed on, not personal, but purposeful. Her firm, Peak Pulse, wasn't some fluffy consultancy. It was a hard-hitting audit machine, built to expose and fix. Kieran strolled in late, coat slung over his arm. Found more. A district manager flagged gate staff at MSP last spring. Uneven ID checks, possible bias. They shelved it, promised training, did nothing. Vanessa's jaw clenched. Systemic, not a fluke. They knew. Kieran nodded. Can't dodge this as one rogue guy. Her phone pinged. Her sister. Twitter's wild, you okay? She typed. Always. Word spread, not her doing, but a bystander's video. Raw, untagged, showing her stand her ground. By Friday, Horizon trended, badly. Seat for Vanessa took off, but it wasn't just her. Thousands posted their tales, bumped flights, odd grilling, proving they belonged. Not shock, but familiarity fueled it. Blue Peak's statement hit. We're reviewing the incident with Ms. Vanessa Cole and our gate policies. We regret the inconvenience and distress. Inconvenience again. Vanessa stared at her screen, lips tight. Nadia called out, "They still won't say it." She didn't look up. Say what? You know, discrimination. They wouldn't, couldn't. That word cracked open lawsuits, losses they couldn't weather. But the evidence sat in their inbox, in her team's files, in whispers from execs who'd seen it before. Horizon's board scrambled into crisis mode. Days ago, Vanessa was just a passenger. Now, she'd sparked a reckoning. That afternoon, 2 top execs were sidelined. Lisa got shuffled off, and Tom, gone from the roster. Vanessa didn't cheer. This wasn't payback. It was a wake-up call. Peak Pulse issued a lean statement. Systems shield what they're built to favor until challenged. We salute partners who pick truth over ease. No media blitz, no interviews. She declined them all. Instead, she rallied her crew. Analysts, interns, techs, all in one room, no hierarchy. This wasn't about a seat, she said, voice clear. It was that agent's smirk when he decided I didn't fit, without even knowing it. She paused. I'm not unique. This hits people daily, people without leverage or loud voices. Most just leave, she went on. It's draining to justify yourself in a place that treats you like a guest they didn't invite. Silence settled. We won't fix this fast, but we can. One rule, one meeting, one fight at a time. She cracked a faint smile. Rest up. Monday we dig in. They clapped, not prompted, but felt. Something real was moving. At the airport, no new rules rolled out yet, but agents hesitated now, remembering what might follow. Back at Peak Pulse's Portland hub, Vanessa sat in her minimalist conference room. Sharp edges, glass walls, no fluff. She liked it lean. Work loomed. Nadia strode in, iPad in hand. They replied, Horizon's COO wants to talk ASAP. Vanessa leaned back, arms crossed. Naturally? She exhaled. Book it for tomorrow, 9 a.m., Pacific, no rush. Nadia smirked. Positive? Oh, I'm certain. She'd spent years waiting gracefully. Now it was their turn. Horizon's PR team scrambled, drafting excuses, while her crew pushed forward, methodical, relentless. Legal mold if they could spin it as a mix-up without owning fault. A PR flack pitched, send her an apology and a flight pass, she'll feel seen. Wrong. Vanessa didn't crave tokens, she demanded reckoning. Peak Pulse wasn't some touchy-feely outfit peddling seminars. She'd forged it into a data-driven beast, paid big by corporations to gut their flaws and force fixes. Now Horizon squirmed under her lens. Kieran ambled in late, glasses misty. Found something new, he said, tossing a folder down. Vanessa straightened. What? A memo. MSP manager last summer flagged gate staff for spotty ID checks, hinting at bias. They ignored it, promised training, then nada. Her jaw tightened, No swearing, just steal. Not random, they've been told. Kieran nodded. No lone jerk excuse now. Her phone lit up. Her sister. Social's on fire. You holding up? She texted, always. Word spread. Not her push, but a gate video gone viral. Unfiltered, a black woman told she didn't fit, standing firm. By Friday, Horizon trended. Ugly. Seat for Vanessa blew up, but it grew beyond her. Folks shared their own sagas, missed planes, weird interrogations, proving their place. Not fury, but resonance drove it. Too familiar, too real. Blue Peak's statement dropped. We're aware of Ms. Vanessa Cole's incident and are assessing gate protocols. We regret the inconvenience and upset. Inconvenience again. Vanessa eyed her screen, lips a thin line. Nadia piped up, "They're dodging the word." She didn't blink. Which? Discrimination. They wouldn't name it. Too risky. That word unleashed legal hell they couldn't bankroll. But her team's files, their inbox, quiet nods from insiders said it anyway. Horizon's board raced into panic mode. 3 days back, Vanessa was just a ticket holder. Now she'd flipped their culture into headlines. That day, 2 execs got benched, Lisa shuffled off, Tom scrubbed from the site. Vanessa didn't gloat. This wasn't spite. She wanted them to feel seen, not just her. Peak Pulse fired off a crisp note. Systems guard what they're meant to until you make them answer. We honor partners who face facts over fluff. No media circus, she nixed every invite. Instead, she called her team, coders, rookies, ops, all crammed in, no ranks. This wasn't the seat, she said, voice steady. It was his smug look, deciding I didn't belong without a thought. She paused. I'm not rare. This grinds people down daily. Folks with no backup, no megaphone. They walk off, she added, worn out from proving they're allowed where they already are. Quiet hung heavy. We can't undo it quick, but we can chip away. One policy, one fight, one voice. She gave a faint grin. Rest up. Monday's real. They clapped, unscripted, raw. Something clicked. At the airport, no fresh training yet, but gate staff wavered now, recalling what might hit next. A ripple, not a wave, but it was something. Monday dawned soft over Portland. Sun barely up, Vanessa was in, coffee steaming, hair tied, black jeans, gray tee, no flash. Focused. She stared at the whiteboard. Demand more, circled bold. Kieran popped in, folder thick. It's locked. Horizon's compliance signed the audit deal. Full DEI sweep, open access, outside eyes. Starts Thursday. She nodded, eyes fixed on the words. Seconds ticked. She turned. Funny thing, Kieran. He quirked a brow. I just wanted to pitch a solar stats and fly home. He chuckled. Instead, you hauled a megacorp into the hot seat. She smirked. Not the goal, but the truth. The team filtered in. Some groggy, some wired from the buzz. This wasn't routine Monday, it was a pivot. Nadia handed her a stack. Reports from tiny airlines, uncharted turf. They're curious, want in before the storm. Vanessa skimmed, then shut it. We'll guide them, but no shortcuts. No more fake gestures, black boxes, or empty posts. I want proof, plans, results. A newbie coder, Jamal, 23, half raised a hand. Can I ask? She nodded. Always. He swallowed. Were you scared? At the gate? She paused. Not scared. Exhausted. Tired of proving I'm real before I even speak. Jamal nodded. I get it. Her gaze softened. We all do. A beat passed. That's why we don't let it fade online. We build something lasting. Later, alone, city lights flickering outside, her phone glowed. Mom. So proud, always. She smiled. Vanessa had aimed for quiet wins, system tweaks, no spotlight. Now she saw, sometimes you had to unsettle them, dropped the polite mask, refused to shrink. She replayed Tom's smirk, his casual erasure, then the woman with the water. Silent strength, no fuss. Not every fighter storms the stage, some just hold their ground where they paid to stand. She grabbed a pen, flipped her notebook open, and scrawled, "Systems don't heal alone. I won't yield either." That was it, not vengeance, but dignity claimed. We all lug tales like hers, some loud, some buried. Silence won't shield us. If you've been sidelined, diminished, told you don't fit, hear this, you do. No permission needed to rise, to record it all, to craft with intent. And when your shot comes, prop the door for the next one who mirrors you. Respect isn't handed out, it's seized, earned, sometimes clawed back. Vanessa leaned back, pen down, watching planes streak the dark sky, steady and sure. Tuesday rolled in. Horizon's COO call loomed, 9 a.m. sharp. Vanessa prepped, calm but cutting. Her team buzzed, mapping the audit's first strike. Across town, Horizon's suits sweated, damage control fraying. The video still circulated. Seat for Vanessa, now a chorus of voices, not just hers. She didn't chase the noise, she chased the shift. Peak Pulse's inbox pinged, more firms, spooked, seeking her rigor. She'd take them, but on her terms, no fluff, just facts. The whiteboard glared back. Demand more. It stuck. Kieran lingered post-meeting. They're rattled, offering concessions already. Vanessa shrugged. They should be, but we don't bend. She'd faced this dance before, smiling past slights, proving her worth twice over. Not anymore. Nadia grinned, tossing her a coffee. You're rewriting the game. Vanessa sipped, eyes steady. No, just playing it right. The day hummed on, her crew dissecting data, Horizon's flaws peeling open. Outside, the world watched, some cheering, some squirming. She didn't care who noticed, only what changed. By week's end, Horizon rolled out urgent training. Too late, too thin. Vanessa tracked it, unimpressed. Her phone buzzed, sister again. You're everywhere. Rest? She typed, soon. Rest wasn't the play yet. Peak Pulse's audit loomed, a slow blade. She'd built this, not for headlines, but for heft. Jamal stopped by, bolder now. This sticks, right? She nodded. If we make it. He grinned. We will. She knew it, felt it. The system bent when you pushed, and she'd push harder. Night fell. Vanessa stayed late, sketching next moves. Planes blinked overhead, ironic now. Her firm wasn't just auditing, it was redefining stakes. Horizon's scramble proved it. They feared exposure more than failure. She flipped her notebook, reread her line. Systems don't heal alone. I won't yield either. It held weight, a vow. She'd carved space, not just for her, but for every sidelined soul who'd swallowed the slight. This wasn't the end, it was the spark, and she'd fan it. Wednesday, audit prep peaked. Kieran dropped stats. 3 more bias flags, same pattern. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. They'll answer for it. Her voice carried no rage, just resolve. Nadia chimed in. Media's circling again. Vanessa waved it off. Let them, we work. She'd learned early. Noise fades, results endure. Her mom's text echoed. Pride, always. It fueled her. Peak Pulse wasn't here to soothe. It was here to carve truth from complacency. Horizon's clock ticked down. Thursday neared. Thursday hit. Auditors descended, external, unflinching. Vanessa watched from Portland, steady. Horizon's gates buzzed with nervous staff, policies under microscopes. Her team fed data live, every slip, every dodge cataloged. She didn't gloat, she tracked. This was her craft, precision, not passion. A junior staffer, eyes wide, asked, "How's it feel?" She paused. Like starting something. It did. The woman with the water flashed back, quiet kin. Vanessa nodded to herself. This wasn't victory yet, just the first cut. By Friday, Horizon cracked. Public memo. We're enhancing inclusion. Vague, weak. Vanessa smirked. They'd choke on their own audit soon. Her office hummed. Team-wired, purpose-sharp. She stood, addressed them. This isn't about me. It's every time someone's dismissed and stays quiet. They nodded, felt it. She'd turned a seat into a stand, not loud but lasting. Planes still flew, but now eyes followed them differently. She sat, pen poised. The fight rolled on. Weekend loomed. Vanessa lingered. City dark beyond her window. Her notebook sprawled. Plans, not platitudes. Horizon's mess wasn't hers to fix, but to expose. She thought of her dad, grinding shifts, her first job's sneers, smiling through it all. No more. That water bottle moment stuck. Solidarity, unspoken. She wrote, "They'll see us now, not as guests, but as forces." It fit. She'd built this, not to settle, but to shift. The system creaked. She'd keep prying it open. We carry these weights. Some scream, some simmer. Hiding won't free us. If you've been pushed aside, doubted, diminished, know this. You belong. Stand, log it, shape it. When your turn hits, lift the next one up. Respect's no gift. It's wrestled, forged, reclaimed. Vanessa shut her notebook, eyes on the horizon. Planes fading into night. She'd sparked this, but it wasn't hers alone. It was theirs. Ours. And it wouldn't stop here. Vanessa Cole's stand at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport wasn't just a fight for a first-class seat. It was a thunderclap against a system that thrives on quiet dismissals. At 28, she'd paid $1,200 for seat 2B, only to watch a flip-flop-clad stranger saunter past with it. No questions asked, while gate agent Tom's smirk told her she didn't belong. Her breath caught. The same one she'd held at 23 when a Seattle client sneered, "You're too young to know tech." But this time, she didn't swallow it. She dialed Kieran, her legal ace, and unleashed Peak Pulse's audit hounds on Horizon Group, exposing 17 buried bias complaints in a single night. By Friday, her seat for Vanessa raged online, a 500-mile-wide storm of shared scars, forcing Horizon's suits to sweat through 3 a.m. boardroom battles. First lesson, silence is their shield. Shatter it. Vanessa didn't rant. She wielded data like a blade, slicing through their inconvenience excuse until their own memos bled truth. They'd known, ignored, and hoped she'd vanish. She didn't. Second lesson, power isn't given. It's forged. At 5 feet 6 inches in plain jeans, she turned a 12-square-foot gate into a reckoning. Not for ego, but for every black woman who'd been side-eyed at 30,000 feet and told to prove her ticket. Her Portland office buzzed, her whiteboard screaming, "Demand more," while Horizon's COO begged for a 9 a.m. lifeline. She'd waited her whole life, politely, under those judging stares. Now they'd wait for her. This wasn't revenge. It was a wake-up call echoing from MSP's jet bridges to every overlooked soul across America's 3.8 million square miles. Speak, stand, demand. Because respect? You don't ask for it. You take it. Have you ever been told you don't belong, on a plane, at work, anywhere, and pushed back like Vanessa did? Share your story below. Hit like if her fight resonates, comment to join the convo, and subscribe for more real tales of standing up and shaking systems. Let's build something bold together. Your voice matters here.